What is up, everyone? Duchi here, bringing you another Ravnica video. So today we're playing Izzet Drakes. So this iteration of Izzet Drake is a little different from the more classic iteration of Izzet Drakes that we've been seeing in previous sets. So in last, I guess not really rotation, but last set with Guilds of Ravnica, we saw Izzet Drakes in the form of Arclight Phoenix and a builder really built around Arclight Phoenix. So now, with the release of Ravnica Allegiance, the shell of the deck has kind of transformed a little bit to be more of the, I believe it was Yuya Watanabe who first stopped playing the Arclight Phoenix, and he started playing more stuff like Dive Down Mainboard, more Niv-Mizzet. So this deck is more revolved around that type of style of Izzet Drake. So there's only one inclusion of a new card called Pteramander. So Pteramander is, here he is, little guy. So Pteramander is this cute little frog-like creature. He acts almost as a pseudo delver. So in a sense, he's a one-mana card that can almost essentially win you the game. He has a lot of play. He's just a flyer who can get massive, really quickly, especially if you curve out turn 1 Pteramander and then turn 2 into Charter Course. That's like the dream, to have that type of curve. But Pteramander has been seen to be one of the cards, like breakout cards of this color, at least, especially in mono blue. I know mono blue's picked up Pteramander a lot, has played a lot of Pteramander, but besides the inclusion of Pteramander, the deck hasn't really changed too much. Kind of piggybacking off the saying of, if something's not broken, don't change it, or don't try to fix something like that. So we're playing 3 dive downs to protect our creatures. So we have, of course, 4 Enigma Drakes, 4 Crackling Drakes. Of course, we need our cantrips, the classic ops, and then something a little different. We are playing mainboard Spell Piercers, which is a little different from the other version from Guilds of Ravnica. Of course, we have our 4 shocks. So shocks, it can be used in various different ways. So most of the time, I've noticed myself actually pointing the shocks to my opponent's dome, not really so much at the creatures. It kind of depends on the board state as well. So we may see some games like that today where I will be actually pointing shock to kind of speed up my kill clock, essentially. So something to really look for in the videos. Also, Charter Course is a very powerful card in this deck. A 2-mana draw 2 is very, very powerful. Nothing really more to say about that card. Of course, we need 4 Lava Coils, especially with the huge increase of mono blue. So after Alexander Hayne got Mythic first with mono blue's kind of been all over the format. It's been kind of like taking over the format in a sense a little bit. But the cat's kind of out the bag. There's sideboard cards that kind of help us against mono blue. I wouldn't really consider mono blue the boogeyman, but we definitely need to be on the lookout on mono blue. But I think with Izzet Drakes, we are a little favored against mono blue, especially after sideboarding. So Lava Coil is really good. Also, we have 1 copy of Beacon Bolt. So in Izzet Drakes, there's typical shells, and you can kind of put your own flavor into it. So like the typical shell would be your 12 Drakes. So Crackling Drake, Enigma Drake, Pteramander. Cards that are necessary are going to be your cantrips, so Charter Course, Discovery, Ops, and then Shock and Lava Coil are almost seen as inclusion, but they're not completely necessary. I typically see them as a must. And then you're going to have kind of your flex slots, so your Spell Pierces, your Beacon Bolts, stuff like that, where people, instead of playing like one of the copy of Beacon Bolt, they'll be playing the maximum velocity. So giving something haste when the turn it comes out can be extremely powerful, especially towards late game when you have a really big Drake. You kind of want to close the game off real quickly. Having that maximum velocity can kind of like just win you the game. It can be the trump card essentially. So there's of course other things you can be putting instead of Beacon Bolt, but I have Beacon Bolt because I've been playing against a lot of Zoltai midrange, and Zoltai midrange is I would say we're pretty favored against Zoltai midrange because they're not playing a whole lot of kill spells, so they're probably most likely playing 2 cast downs and probably 2 Vraska's Contempts mainboard, and then they have their creature cards that can also be played in the form of kill spells. So by the time they get to that point of the game, it's probably already close to being closed. So, but yeah. Then we have our Crackling Drakes, of course. We need Crackling Drake. Very powerful card, especially when he comes in, you draw a card. So, nothing to really be said about him. The classic Drake, of course. Discovery, Dispersal. So, this is where some people kind of have split it off. So, some people actually splash black for the Dispersal part. So, in my mana base, I actually don't splash the black. Some people will play like a copy of Blood Crypt or whatnot. I actually don't think it's 100% necessary, but it is an option for you if you would like to try it out. I just see as Dispersal is like, it doesn't really answer, the thing that we're trying to answer essentially. So if they have like a Planeswalker out and we use Dispersal, most likely it will, they'll just put it back into play the next turn. Or if we're lucky enough, maybe they will discard it, but it's kind of like there's multiple variables, like things that need to go right in order for that card to be extremely powerful. So, and then for our sideboard, let's go ahead and change the view for the sideboard. Here we go. So we have 1 copy Shivan Reef, 3 Disdainful Strokes, 2 Negates, 2 Search for Azcanta, 3 Fiery Cannonades, which is a little different from most people's list. Another copy of Vegan Bolt, 2 Niv-Mizzets, and then 1 Entrancing Melody. So some people have been playing, I believe the card is called Raptor Hatchling. Yeah, so since Mono White or Azorius Aggro has been extremely popular, some people actually start putting in Raptor Hatchling, which can be extremely good. But just like Dispersal, I feel like cards like that, they're not answers for the things we're trying to answer. So essentially what Raptor Hatchling does, it will try to buy you time. And buying time is really good for you to come back. But you really don't want to be playing on the back foot. You kind of want to be being more proactive and doing things to be, gaining the leverage over your opponent. So I feel like cards like Raptor Hatchling are kind of a trap. I could be wrong on it. I'm not a professional Magic player. I'm just a casual. But it's a card for everyone to be looking out on. So when we actually look at my sideboard, I'm playing a copy of Shivan Fire because Shivan Fire can be just used as a small removal or a big removal, especially if their guys are getting bigger. Then we have a lot of counter spells. So the reason why I'm kind of counter heavy is because of the Nexus deck. So Nexus decks have been getting extremely popular, especially Simic Nexus. Those decks have been getting increasingly popular. So having 3 D-strokes and 2 negates are extremely helpful. Especially come down here, we have 2 Search for Azcanta. This card has been nuts against control matchups. Having 2 searches, and then, of course, if you're playing against control, you're going to be sideboarding in Niv-Mizzet. Those cards are extremely powerful. They have really good synergies, and they really piggyback off each other, so really good. So, if we go even further down, I have 3 Fiery Cannonades for the Mono White, Azorius, and any type of aggro. I'll usually board this in. Some people have been saying that they're not really a fan of Fiery Cannonade against Azorius aggro, but I personally have found that it's been pretty useful. Yeah, it doesn't really kill a detention officer or anything of that nature with 3 toughness, but it kind of cleans up the board fairly nicely before Loxodon can come down. So I really like Fiery Cannonade, and it's been really, really, really good with me. Especially green-white tokens is kind of been popular again, so kind of like responding to their March of Multitudes, is clearing the board is really nice. Also, 1 Beacon Bolt, not really, doesn't really need an explanation. Beacon Bolt's very powerful, can kill like most big things. It's really good against the mirror, especially after sideboarding, or for sideboarding. They're going to be putting in Niv-Mizzet, so a good answer for Niv-Mizzet. And then, of course, like I can't say enough about Niv-Mizzet. This card is bonkers. Like I'm honestly surprised this card's not seeing a lot of play. I know like we just got the new set. So, like, people are experimenting with new cards and new, like, decks and whatnot. But this card, I think, will always be one of those trump cards. Like, you slam this down, and it really forces your opponent to answer immediately, or they're just going to lose. As soon as they cast 1 spell, you're already getting an advantage, So, it's very powerful, and it can do a lot of great things. And, of course, Entrancing Melody. So, this is the card I keep going back and forth on. I keep cutting 1 Fiery Cannonade for an extra Entrancing Melody and vice versa. Entrancing Melody is really good against like mono red. It's good against mono blue in my opinion. It's just, it takes, your opponent's, you know, homie and use it as your own. And this is extremely powerful. It's a good tempo play, and it forces them to use their resources to answer your, you know, their creature. So, really good card in my opinion. But this is a deck, pretty well custom deck. I think most people have seen this type of deck list, but we're gonna go ahead and get into some games, and I'll see you guys soon. All right, let's get into a game with Izzet Drakes. We are up against Notorious GHP. All right, so we are on the draw here. We're looking for something like turn 1 Pteramander, turn 2 Charter Course. That'd be the dream. So this hand is pretty iffy, but I think we can keep it, especially since we are on the draw. We have 2 cantrips, so I think we're okay to keep this. And we have kill spells, so. Ooh, we're playing against Rakdos midrange. This deck is really good. Let's see. Yep, we're playing against Rakdos midrange. Man, I wish we had a spell pierce right now. Treasure map is very powerful. Up to, we're looking for a threat. Charter Course is good, but I think we need some threats here. That's definitely not a threat. At least we have all our copies of Dive Down. Alright, so we found a threat, but we need a land. Crackling Drake's not having that land is not good, so I think we have to actually put the Crackling Drake in the graveyard here. We really need to draw our other land. And I'm not sure how many copies of Eldest Reborn they're playing, so I'm not really too afraid of them to reanimate our guy, so I'm okay with putting our Crackling Drake in the graveyard. So they opted not to use Treasure Map, which is pretty interesting. Let's grab the Chainlord. Right on. So I'm okay with just killing Chainlord over here. Waiting for her land. It's kind of unfortunate we missed her land drop, but it happens. I'm feeling a sneeze come up. Elefante, elefante. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Whenever you have to sneeze, you're supposed to say elephant. But it didn't really work. So this is looking extremely bad for us. This hand did not come out to really wanted. I think we have to wait. We can't really play Enigma Drake into him. I know he has kill spells, so. Taking forward the dome is not comfortable, especially with the Rekindling Phoenix. Yeah, so this is looking like a game over. This Rakdos deck is very strong. We finally found our land, thank goodness. There's our land. Pass the turn. See what our opponent does. So hovering my guys, so they most likely have a kill spell of some sort. Yikes! Let's go ahead and spell pierce that. Fangraph's is not fun to play against. Let me go ahead and, sorry, Discord is popping up. Let me go ahead and pass the turn here. We really can't do anything. Probably taking Lava Coil. Yeah, okay. We'll use Lava Coil. We're going to go ahead and use a Dive Down. Or should we actually use a Spell Pierce? Well, I don't know how many spells are cast. I think we can use a Dive Down. Okay. Yep, let that resolve. Okay, so they have another Guild Gig. Sweet. So we still need some more action to definitely catch up to our opponent. Alright, so Discovery is a start. That is definitely what we want. But the land wanted us. We didn't want the land, but the land wanted us. It's okay. Hopefully, since we did put 2 of them in the grave, we won't draw any more. Let's hope, let's hope, let's hope. So definitely sideboarding out spell pieces. They're going to get a lot worse in this matchup. It's gaining way too much mana, especially with Treasure Map. Sulfur Falls gets worse and worse as later the game goes. We have another kill spell. That's incredible. But we do have the dive down. But we are running out of dive downs. So that is not bueno. So hopefully we can draw something. Crackling Drake would be really good here. Off is not what we really want, but it is a cantrip, so go ahead and play cantrip. Lava Coil is beautiful. Get rid of the blocker. Finally. Tuning in for 9 big bad ones. Put them on a 2-turn clock. Alright, and let's pray our opponent does not find a kill spell. Even though we do have backup, so we're a little okay. Lava Coil off the top was pretty clutch for us. So they have a crap ton of mana. I wonder what they can do with that. Okay. Awesome, so they didn't find a kill spell. Unfortunately for us, we found a kill spell for their blocker. So, against this matchup, I think we do want Fiery Cannonades. We want to keep Lava Coils in. We want our Niv-Mizzets. Do we want D-Strokes? They play a lot of big, fat creatures. So, like, a lot of, like, heavy drops. Now, Spell Pierce gets worse in this matchup. Maybe not a full playset. Maybe we do want Negates. Like 2 copies of D-Strokes. Get rid of some cantrips. Maybe we don't want Niv-Mizzet. Yeah, probably not actually. They have so many kill spells, and then they have what, Eldest Reborn is gonna be coming in. But definitely something that we don't want. Enchanting Melody, I think, is only good for the Rekindling Phoenix, and that's going to cost too much mana. That's what, 6 mana. Beacon Bolt, I think it's okay, but not what we really want. So something like this is okay. Shock is like kind of like, it's like hit or miss, so. I guess we'll see how good Shock is. So we're on the draw again. Hopefully we can get a pretty good hand. This hand's pretty decent, actually. Turn 1 Pteramander, go and kill it, and we can like go from there. A lot of kill spells. Hopefully Shock's actually worth something here. It'd be cool if like one of these retarded courses though. Excuse me. We didn't want to see a pack on these like just yet. Let's hope our dude sticks around. Alright, so we're gonna play Rick's Maddie Reveler. Oh, they actually pitched it. Engraph. That's surprising. So I think let's go ahead and shock this. Let's just go all out. Why not, right? Okay, another Pteramander. Don't think they have board wipes, so might as well put the pressure down. We could have saved one, saved mana up for dive down, but Chain Whirler would have been devastating. I just realized that. That is sucked. Okay, so we're gonna shock one dude down. Kind of unfortunate, but it is what it is. Wow. So we're gonna attack and try to chorus. And this prey. Okay, we got the land, but we got the what's it called? The basic. We wanted like a Sulfur Falls. Beggars can't be choosers though, you know how it is. Alright, another Rix. Rixy Rix. Ooh, they pitched the Phoenix. Maybe they're down on some mana. Oh, there's their mana. Let's go ahead and kill Direfleet. How much spell? We have 3 spells? Oh, only 2 spells. Okay, so this has a while until it transforms. Again, we're missing mana. Wow, that's a little disappointing. I think we can Lava Coil this, but I think we can just chill for a turn and take 2 to the dome for a little bit. We have some backup for our Pteramander. The only problem is if he plays a a 5-drop creature or anything, we're just kind of like screwed. Okay, that's not bad. There's a little lag there. Wow. I'm actually getting a little disappointed here when we're drawing lands. We're drawing threats, which is cool, but we need mana to play our threats, you know? And we still have to drop down a shit ton of spells until Pteramander's relevant. But like how I said in the intro deck tech, whatever, that Pteramander played as a pseudo. Oh, whatever. That was violent. He played as a pseudo Delver, so. Oh, okay, there's our land, but we're missing so much blue, so I think we can Lava Coil something here to keep the pressure off ourselves a little bit. It's gonna suck if they played Rekindling Phoenix. I do know they play 4 of them, so. And that's 2 copies down. So we're taking 2. Maybe they have another one of these. Deer to Forest. At the beginning of upkeep, exile top card during your turn. If your opponent lost life this turn, you may play a card. Okay. Deals 1 damage to target opponent or planeswalker. Nice. They're getting all the mana they want. Look at that treasure map and everything. Look at that. Let's get some blue mana going. How about that? There we go. So we can Pteramander here or play Enigma Drake. Pteramander or Enigma Drake? If we Pteramander, does that increase our clock? I mean, it's a 3-turn clock, right? We have a 5/5, and we have backup dive down. So I actually kind of like that. Let's see what he does. Shotgun response would be a little unfortunate. Okay, no shot. Sweet. We're putting our opponent on the clock. You kind of see like how this deck can kind of come out of nowhere and like surprise the opponent. This deals a lot of damage out of nowhere. So a lot of like draw manipulation going on here. So they only have 1 black source, so I'm not really too afraid of a kill spell here. They would need multiple burn spells to kill our Pteramander. And they only have 1 black source, so we have protection against a 1 black source kill spell, so I think we're okay here. Alright, drop down to 10. They get the mountain, they play a mountain. Dire Fleet, sure. We can get the Lava Coil. Try Lava Coil and combo kill. Yeah. So I think we'll let that resolve. What do they have? Oh, so okay, so we have protection for that. Ooh, this is nice. Let's play our Enigma Drake. Going in for 5. So we have some backup for any big threat they may be playing here. Let's see what they got. So they're gonna scry and flip treasure map. But I don't think. Okay. Okay. So our opponent had enough here. So as you guys can see, you know, Izzet Drakes has a lot of leeway against a lot of different decks. It kind of almost plays like a modern deck. You know, sometimes when you feel on your back foot, all of a sudden your creatures come out of nowhere and deal just like lots of damage. Pteramander was able to stick around the entire game. Our opponent wasn't able to find a shot. So in the end, we were able to kind of like ride the back of Pteramander. But I hope you guys liked the video. And please rate, comment, subscribe. I'm going to be uploading a lot more, hopefully, throughout the coming weeks and months. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.